Motion carries 4-1. Thank you. And next agenda item, I'm turning over to the Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. As distasteful as this is personally to me, the city still, our code still requires that we take care of this matter tonight at this meeting. So, I need to read it. Stephen, do I have to read this again?
I can read it, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a resolution. Whereas the city of Clarkston received an ethics complaint against Mayor Emmanuel Ransom, alleging that Mayor Ransom violated the city's code of ethics by virtue of his personal involvement in a code enforcement matter involving Talar's International Food of the World. And whereas the Clarkston Ethics Committee held a hearing to investigate this matter on April 12, 2012, and whereas the Clarkston Ethics Committee submitted its written recommendation to the City Council on May 7, 2012, whereas City Code Section 2-55 requires the City Council to take action upon said recommendation at its next regular meeting. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Clarkston that the Council hereby finds that Mayor Ransom did not violate any of the specified ethical rules set forth in the City Ethics Code through his actions in the Talar's food matter, because he did not directly or indirectly receive any financial benefit from Talar's. However, the City Council does find that Mayor Ransom created an appearance of impropriety by his representation of Talar's, and especially by sending the email dated November 28, 2011, which was attached to the Ethics Committee's report. As explained in City Code Section 2-41, even the appearance of impropriety can have a negative impact on the city by undermining the public's confidence in their elected officials. Be it further resolved that the City Council hereby issues a public reprimand pursuant to City Code Section 2-58, subsection 1, to be recorded on the minutes of this meeting. And that reprimand is attached. It says, the City Council finds that Mayor Ransom created an appearance of impropriety by his email regarding Talar's International Foods, stating that he had been, quote, retained, close quote, by Talar's to assist with a city code matter. In order to avoid an appearance of impropriety in the future, Mayor Ransom is hereby reminded to refrain from conducting any private business that relates to city matters, or representing any business within the City of Clarkston in matters that may come before city employees, the City Council, or the Mayor for review or action, regardless of whether he receives any compensation for his efforts. Disclose any actual or potential conflicts of interest regarding any matter presented to the Mayor and City Council for discussion and/or action. Exercise sound judgment and apply ethical principles in making decisions that in any manner reflect upon the Mayor's office, and treat all City of Clarkston citizens with courtesy, impartiality, and equality. That's all.
There was a request by Councilman Adam Warren, who is not here tonight, to add an additional language to the ethics reprimand. And it states, the mayor will not hold himself out as an agent of the city with the authority to administer the city's policies/ordinances. Now, I discussed this with Stephen, and we agreed, that the first bullet point that we have already read actually defines this limitation of the mayor, but we can add the statement, but the council will need to agree by a majority to adding it to the reprimand. So I need a motion and a second for discussion purposes.
I'd like to make a motion that we add this recommendation. The mayor will not hold himself out as an agent of the city with the authority to administer the city's policies and ordinance as recommended by Councilman White that's my recommendation and motion. think that what Councilman White was trying to do is to clarify the issue. The statement refrain from conducting any private business that relates to city matters or representing any business within the city of Clarkston and matters that may come before city employees, the city council, and the mayor for review or action, regardless of whether he receives any compensation for his efforts, is a little lengthy and it covers a lot, but it also says refrain, whereas specifically this one, the issue that I feel this addresses has been an ongoing issue over the years with code enforcement, and even in the mayor's testimony at the hearing, the ethics hearing, he's saying that he formed a consultant group to help businesses understand and adhere to the ordinances. And to me, that is basically setting up his not-for-profit company to help businesses and enforce the code to help them understand it better. So he has good intentions there, but I think that it needs to be in the hands of the administration to handle all code enforcement and all issues involving code enforcement. Like I said, I think that the mayor has good intentions by this, but I want to spell this out very distinctly in this reprimand. Since we're doing the reprimand, let's get it right and be very specific about this.
So are you saying we should replace the?
No, I'm not saying replace, I'm sorry, just add this in there to actually clarify it to a little bit stronger wording as a fifth bullet point.
Discussion. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Mayor, you can take over the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
We were just voting on adding that into the reprimand, weren't we?
Oh, that's right. Oh, I thought you were approving the whole thing.
No.
Well,
Go ahead.
just point of order. You can certainly, and I think that's what I thought you were doing, was that you were adding that in prior to the motion, or you were amending the motion.
Yeah, we need to amend the original motion, then to add this in, and then vote it. So we'll put the original.
You can't do that.
Fine.
You can't add this, so I'm done.
Well, you've already voted on adding it in, now you gotta vote on the original
We did
motion.
the original motion.
Yeah, just vote on the original motion now.
Look, Stephen may have not caught this, but, and I know he can fix it though, he can give advice how to fix it. I think, Stephen, that they voted on the motion, but the motion was not offered properly. So now they need to set aside this motion, backtrack, and do it correctly.
You know, I don't recall who made the first motion. I remember Mr. Moore making a motion to add a bullet point. Everyone agreed on that. So I do agree with the city manager that the best way to proceed would be to have a new motion that spells out the reprimand bullet points and make it a motion to adopt the resolution that was read with the reprimand that was read and the fifth bullet point.
I think they voted on something.
Voted to add.
Now we're voting to add that. We're voting for the resolution, the reprimand, and the addition of the.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that we adopt this resolution for the public reprimand with the additional bullet point that we just voted on.
I've done it.
I need a second.
Is there a second? I second. Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? All opposed? Do that, maybe. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Joe. I just wanted, I got some comments to make, and they'll take me very quickly. First of all, I've always found out I'm 75 years old, and I know that all your life, as long as you're doing good, you're great. One mistake in your life will go on with you forever. And I do not understand why this council has been so vindictive against me on anything that I do. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to let my reputation be marred. They voted. They have a right to vote. They have a right for their own opinion. But they know what good I've done. They have taken some of the things I've done and made it fit to their own way and their own opinion. I don't care anymore. I really don't. The only person that's supporting me on this council is this lady right here. Period. I won't dishonor any of them. I will respect them. And for this frivolous statement, the mayor to hold himself out as an agent, what the devil do they think I am? I am the mayor's people. I'm the people, I'm your mayor. And when I took an oath, and when they tell me here on this thing, that I can't even enforce the policy of the ordinance of it, that's what I took an oath on. Every one of them did. They didn't read the oath. So I don't understand that either. I am the mayor. I'm going to remain the mayor until I die or I get voted out of office or I leave office. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't want to cause any problems for my city. I love this city. I've been here 40-something years and I'm going to stay here. But I'm not going to let my reputation be marred by a few vindictive people. And that's exactly what you are. And that's my opinion. That's my free speech. And I'm not going to stand for it. So you can stand by, because I will be moving forward on this action. Okay, we're going to move forward. I'm so sorry, people. I'm not losing my temper, but I just don't appreciate it. You know, I mean, I can suggest anything that will benefit this city to this council, except for this lady right here that I've always been able to talk to, and she can correct me when I'm wrong or right. But every time I bring something to this council, you vote against me, and I don't understand why. That's why I'm not telling you nothing I'm doing, because when I get finished doing what I'm doing now, everybody's going to be really surprised that, oh, the mayor is not a part-time mayor. He has been working. But I wanted to make y'all part of anything that I was doing. But you have gotten to a point where I can't even trust you. And trust is the biggest thing of all. Well, no, I'm the chair. I'm going to say what I got to say. And it hurts my heart to know that I do not have a united council on this council to stick with their mayor. Every mayor that's sat in this chair that I sat under, in personal contact with them, privately, I disagreed with them. A lot of things. Mayor Sweeney, Mayor Tygart, because I was their vice mayor. But when he came in this chair right here and sat there, and I sat there, guess what? I supported my mayor. Now let's see if this council will do the same thing in the near future. All right, thank you. All right, we're going to move on to planning and zoning report.
But before then, Mr. Mayor, just remind you, we do need to add an item to the agenda, please.
I am. I'm going to do it after right after the first one. Right before we go into new business.
Right before we go to old business?
I mean old business, yeah.
That's fine.
Yes, the resolution stuff.
Mayor and Council, the planning and zoning met on May the 21st, and I think you have copies of the minutes. And there was